Here is a video on a 1970 Shelby GT500. This car is never been restored. This car has been modified. From day one, the original owner purchased a 427 performance engine from Ford, had it installed to make a street racer. Bobby Howard said he had a lot of fun, spent a lot of money, and got a few tickets. And then it was time to pass it off to Mark Fisher, who was the second owner, who took it to the next level and raced the car. Mark owned a Chevron gas station here in town. He supposedly took the car to the Wichita Nationals in 1975, where he supposedly won first place, and supposedly Carl Shelby presented him with a winning trophy and stated that this is what he meant for people to do with his cars, to race them, to have fun with them. This car was then acquired by Matt Johnson, who owns Powered by Ford. He probably owned this car for 25 years or so. During his ownership, the car was featured in the 1987 Super Ford magazine, the August 1987 issue. Article was called "Born to be Wild." Then in the 2000s, the car was acquired by Wayne Jeffers, who was a good customer. And then evidently Mark was a good friend with Wayne, and somehow Mark ended up back with the car for a short period of time. I purchased the car from Mark Fisher in February of 2011. The car had approximately 7,232 miles on it at the time. The car has traveled about 450 miles since then. I want you to take a look at the body alignment on this car. Like I said, this car has never been restored. Now, it has been modified from day one, but look how good that bumper fits. Look how good that hood alignment is. A lot of these hoods bowed in the middle. Now, obviously the hood has been modified. The intake, the heads and the intake, they had to open the hood up and put a scoop on it. Mark had it. You see the back there, he had hood pins on it at one time in the back because you could lift the hood off to work on the motor. I put the hood hinges back on to make it a little user friendly. It's kind of a pain in the butt. It takes two people to pull the hood off. So now it opens and shuts, you know, like it did. Like I said, all these modifications were done back when it was the first, couple of years of its life. The hood I did repaint in 2002, and it still looks great today. Overall, the paint does look good on this car. There is a little scratch in the top of that fender right there. And then there's a little rub mark over here. Overall, this car looks great for a 50-year-old car. The glass is amazing. All the chrome, the emblems. The rear wheel wells were opened up a little bit, modified to take a slick. So the rear quarters, the lower part of the rear quarters have been painted. Like I say, this was all done back in the early 70s. There is a Super Ford magazine tag that was put on back in 1987 for the article. It's been on there ever since. This car is a lot of fun. One of my favorite cars. It's music just to start it up, just to listen to it idle. It's amazing how good this car idles. You just start it up and it just sounds so good. Sounds good sitting, sounds good driving down the road. I think whoever buys it will have a lot of fun with it. I know I did, so thank you.